had the president of the United States of America bring crack into the neighborhoods in the 80s.
Yep.
And somehow we made it out of that.
Yeah, man.
And became CEOs of places. But you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you don't understand it.
Yeah, it's funny, because what they either do understand or don't understand is that shit just makes us stronger. Like it doesn't weaken you. It actually makes you stronger because everything else becomes a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Everything else becomes easier. Like, when like a man who has faced death, no longer has fear because it's like, well, what you gonna do to me now? I'm not afraid of death no more.
That's a fact.
It's definitely a fact right there. Because I done been through it. When you sit by yourself, like, that's how I feel. Like, I done sat by myself. They forgot me during COVID. I was transferring from the load to the camp, and they forgot about me in the hole for 3 months by myself. They took my celly. They forgot it. That was a hell of a time. I got 24 hours a day by myself.
Yeah, man.
For 3 months.
And look where you're at now, giving people $1 million worth of game.
Yep.
Because you survived all of that. Your mental was forged through all that. So now everything else is just, I'm not going to say it's cake, right? We're humans, but it's cake.
Yeah. It's still a struggle, but we the other thing, that's why I tell my wife, I'm like, man, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I say it'll be all right all the time. Because mentally, to me, it'll be all right after everything I've been through,
Yeah. And like, I'm telling you, it was like, it's unfortunate you had to go through what you went through, but it made you, a soldier for this revolution because everything that you survived brought you and molded you for this moment, for this time period, for you to be where you're at, because now you can connect with a different audience and teach them this shit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You can reflect from your past experiences, and people that others can't reach, you can reach.
Exactly. See, my best friend, before he was unalive, we was taking a ride in 2012. We was taking a ride, and we passed this group home. He said, Toots, man, we need to be. He said, I'm going to be a counselor, man. He said, because I got a testimony. You know what I'm saying? And probably about a couple months later, he was unalived. Right on our front porch, they kicked the door in. But that's just another testimony. I talk about it all the time because I want to share these things. People need to know these things, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been through the same thing you've been through. I can help you, but the blockchain is the way. I call it the honor system. This is our new way. This is our, Bobby Hemmett said our ancestors knew 5,000 years before they went into slavery, right? If they knew 5,000 years before they went into slavery, they had advanced technology. So if they had this advanced technology, he said they ain't leave us no financial blueprint. This right here is our financial blueprint, blockchain technology. This is it.
Yeah. So think about your movement, prison to blockchain, right? We just talked about it. What did the United States government do? They dropped crack into the black neighborhoods, and they destroyed the black family, and they locked up the black man. Mm-hmm. Well, your movement, you can connect with black males coming out of prison.
Yep.
Because they will listen to someone who's been through what they've been through, right? Mm-hmm. So you will connect with them on a level that I can't connect with them. It's not that they wouldn't listen to me, even though I look like them. It means more coming from you because you lived what they lived.
Yeah, they struggle. I've been through what they've been through. I felt what they felt. You right. What's up, Aqua? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. Got two legends in the building. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Grace.
Yeah, no problem.
Yo, what's up, Aqua? What's going on, brother?
What's up, DeFi King? How you living, brother? How you living, bro?
Hey, I had to pull up. I had to pull up on Zoe.
Yeah, so he asked me to pull up on Friday, I think it was, or Thursday, but I was with the family after my day was done, and yeah, right now I was just cleaning and just listening to some audio book, but then I was kind of over listening to it right now, and I was like, what's going on TikTok? So, and I seen you guys, I was like, hell yeah, let me come up here and chop it up with you guys.
Hey, the energy is flowing today. The energy is flowing today.
That's all it is. Everything happens when it's supposed to. I seen this young kid on TikTok, he said one time, he said, it ain't our timing, it's God's timing. Because man made the clock. We think we're supposed to be at these certain places at a certain time in life, but it's God's timing at all actuality where we at, though,
Bro, and it's so divine. It's like God calculated every step of our move. You know what I mean? Because like you could just think about like the stuff that you like. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, why am I doing this right now? Like sometimes it takes me basically my point is this: is like sometimes it takes me like 10 minutes to leave my crib when I know I got to go somewhere, right? And I'm just like kind of standing around just doing apps like I don't even know, like, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, let me get this, and then I'm kind of like just like lollygagging on getting out of the house. But then when I get out of the house, I'm running into certain people, I'm seeing certain numbers, and I just feel like, man, it doesn't matter. Like God calculated every step of our way, so it's so divine. Yeah. I agree with you for sure.
It is. Because think about this. I believe in the Bible. It's an allegory book, but I believe in the story and certain, certain excerpts. It says those first shall be last, and those last shall be first. And that's what's happening right now. It's coming to fruition.
Yeah, that's that's so amazing too that you understand that the whole Bible is basically written in parables. And it even says it in there too. It says Jesus spoke and wrote in parables, but then people take the word for, face value and not see the hidden messages inside of it. So there's only very few of us that have picked that up. And I've been talking about the Bible a lot lately just because it just makes so much more sense to me on so many different levels with like everything that's in there. Like when it gets like, cause I grew up in getting dragged into church, and the way they're telling the story, it's like another Santa Claus story. So like, even as a young kid, I didn't believe like exactly what they were saying. You know what I mean? But then once I got the awareness of like the parables, oh my God, bro, like, man, that book, whoever wrote that book, like, oh my God, they were extremely intelligent. Intelligent.
For real. Like it says in Luke 17:20, it says the observation of God is not coming back the way you think it is. So that's just telling me that the observation of God is within inside of us, because God is outside of all of us.
Check this out too. I'll even piggyback that, right? So I don't remember the exact Bible verse, but if I looked it up and try to Google parts of what I'm about to say, I'm sure I can find it. But maybe as well. It says in the Bible, let the eye be single and the body will fill with light, right? Mm-hmm. And when you hear that, that's like, what the hell are you talking about? Let the eye be single and the body will fill with light. That sounds like some witchcraft magical shit, right? Mm-hmm. But when you really break things down and you look at the scientific facts of the human body, well, crazy thing is that when you go to sleep and your eyes are closed, your brain produces melatonin. And what is melatonin? It's light. Right. So if you sit in meditation and you let your eye be single, your pineal gland and your awareness eye, right, your body literally fills with light. And that's what I'm saying. Like whoever wrote the Bible understood like the anatomy of the human body and the brain and how it hooks up to the universe and what God created and how to properly use this, this body that gives us the opportunity to live a human life for however long we chose, so
yeah, that's just like where they talking about practice semen retention, raising it back to the pineal gland.
Oh, bro, you speaking my language right now, bro. I was on a retention for a cool ass minute, and I believe I got to like 50 days, right? 50 days, and I'm telling you, I really felt that energy come up my spine. And it was always during workouts. Like if I went for a long ass run, I felt that shit coming up and into my head. And like, it was crazy. Like I could work out longer because it felt good. It didn't feel like it wasn't hurting me. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, I mean, another thing too.
Yeah, that's facts. And also, you know, with
Go for
semen
it.
retention and fasting, you know, fasting is one like thing that I've had a lot of, you know, experience with, and like, you know, I've been working out for a while in my life, and when I got to fasting, it changed everything. You know, when you can control, you know, your appetite, and you can control, you know, you can control your urges, you can control anything.
100%, bro. 100%, bro. 100%. And you know, like, you know how it says in the Bible, like we should wait for marriage to, you know, lay with a woman, right? Or lay with whatever you're trying to lay with, right? The connection and the bond that is created during intimacy, man, that shit is real. Like, I know you guys have felt it. Like, we feel it when you break up with a girl that you've been intimate with. Yeah, that shit hurts. Like, if you weren't intimate with that girl, you know how, like, it wouldn't have hurt as bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's definitely a connection and a bond that's happening. And we've just been zapped away from our spiritual side of things to where, and we're so consumed, you know, with the worldly things and what TV and music is telling us to do. It's even harder to control, you know, those feelings, especially when we're getting trained to say, oh, it's okay. Like, what do they tell us? I think they even got articles out there saying like, yeah, men should release, you know, every 2 days. It's healthy for them. I'm like, what bullshit?
Man, that's the biggest propaganda I have ever seen. You know,
right?
That's the, you know, that's the corn industry. That's the corn industry pushing that shit.
Facts, bro. Facts.
I found a video with Jim Carrey talking about the crystal oil, raising it back to the pineal gland. They know, but they don't want us to know.
Yeah, they know what time it is for sure, without a doubt. They know.
No, that dude, that is super facts. All of the industries know exactly what's going on, and that's why they're pushing you in the opposite direction. That's the whole, like, OnlyFans, this whole culture, like, that's energy harvesting. They understand how powerful, you know, the semen retention is. So they don't want you to hold your semen. So that's why they push the corn culture.
Yeah, that's facts, bro.
I'm gonna show y'all something what I found. I'm gonna go pull it up. Let me go find it.
You could even see that males in like the before 1950s had like 6 times the amount of testosterone that males have today. And that was because back then there wasn't, you know, easy access to corn and stuff like that there is today that makes men release their semen.
Yeah, bro. And the body, I'll tell you guys to take it a step further on that, what you just said, DeFi King. So check this out. Every time somebody consumes that and releases, they're tricking the biology of their male body. And it's telling them, oh, he just reproduced. Basically, you know, job succeeded. This is one of the reasons why you came in to be a man, right? And you just totally deplete your body after that. You've tricked your body. You've told your body, I just did something that you didn't. And that's why it's low key, like, perverted, if you think about it. Like,
I mean, you ain't lying. Go ahead, play that, Zo.
Alchemical sexual alchemy. There's 33 vertebrae in your spine. There's 33 years in the life of Jesus. So this substance comes from your medulla, makes the trip down your spine to your sacrum, which is Christ coming down into human form. And if you don't squander that essence, that sexual essence, it ascends again and goes back up to heaven. which is your thing. It's also the story of Santa Claus. Why he comes down the chimney is because this juice or this whatever substance actually passes what's called the claustrum, which is where they got Santa Claus. So it goes down the chimney and back up the chimney.
Damn.
In the brain, in the cranium, there is the cerebrum. And in the cerebrum, and in particular the claustrum is sitting right there in the middle of the head, virtually. From the claustrum, there is a secretion, brain fluid. And this fluid is an oil. And in ancient times, this fluid was called, in Greek, it's called Christos. It's called the Christ. It's this beautiful fluid which comes from the cerebrum and pours down the spinal cord.
That's Santos Bonacci, huh?
Down the spinal cord, and it reaches the sacral plexus, right next door to the sacrum, which are the 5 second bottommost fused vertebrae bones at the bottom of the spinal column. The bottommost portion of the spinal column is called the coccyx. Then just above that is the sacrum. 5 fused bones. So the sacral plexus is connected to the sacrum. And the fluid which comes from the cerebrum falls down the spinal cord. This is the bottommost part of the spinal cord. Now, the claustrum is otherwise known as the holy claustrum, simply because of this beautiful oil, Christos, produced and secreted. You see, the word secret comes from secretion, because this secretion is a secret. And the sacrum is the sacred part of the secret. As the secretion pours down the spinal cord and reaches the sacrum, this is the marvelous way in which our body has been designed. And the spinal cord is basically just an extension of the brain. It also does thinking. And you see, the holy claustrum is otherwise known as the Santa Claustrum. You see, because this fluid that goes down to the sacred plexus is a sacred fluid. And this is where the story of Santa Claus bringing presents down the chimney comes from. It's a story of physiology. And the Bible is a beautiful manual of physiological regeneration. What happens with this fluid is that every month when the moon is in the sign where your sun was when you were born, every month there is a germ or a seed planted in the solar plexus, which is just above the sacral plexus. And that germ is the oil, the Christ, which is born in Bethlehem, because the solar plexus is otherwise known as Bethlehem, where the seed, where the Christ is born. And that seed, that oil needs to return whence it came, in the midbrain. You see, as the oil ascends the spinal cord, the vibration of the oil of the Christ increases. And you see, first of all, the oil is differentiated in the pineal gland and the pituitary gland before it is sent down the spinal cord. And the pineal gland is the electric portion, and the pituitary gland is the magnetic portion. So the oil is differentiated and it is brought down the spinal cord via the Pingala and the Ida nerves. These are what is otherwise known as the Kundalini and the Kundapatha. So it arrives at the sacral plexus and awaits for the germinating of the seed once a month, 12 times a year. And if we are able to transmute that seed and cause it to rise, as it rises in the spinal cord, it eventually reaches the medulla oblongata and the pons and the midbrain, and it crosses the vagus nerve, otherwise known as the pneumogastric nerve. It's a nerve which descends from the brain area, from the pineal and pituitary glands, respectively, and it feeds the lungs and the stomach. It's a network of nerves, and this network of nerves is called the tree of life. And you see, the ancients knew that this seed that is born in Bethlehem once a month is the Christ, and that if one were to abstain from sex during that period, that oil and seed would be saved, and it would rise, and it would burst through the heart chakra, through the throat chakra, and eventually the oil would arrive.
That's deep.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it was.
That's deep. It was long, but it's deep.
Hell yeah.
Powerful stuff, man. This is powerful, powerful.
That's what we need to know, though. That's what they hide from us. They don't want us to know the truth.
Man. Yeah, because think about how it would elevate our minds if we got out, if more people got out of their lower chakras and into their higher chakras and meditated and started to think. When you're constantly being bombarded with all the shit in this world, you don't have time to think.
Don't have time at all. Running like a chicken with your head cut off.
Yeah. So they play off the confusion, right? As long as they got you thinking and worrying about something else, you can't slow down and go within, right? That's why we always talk about how you're just remembering what you already know. They don't want you tapping into the Akashic records, right? They don't want you to understand what your soul contract is and what you're truly here for, because you would move people and you would move others.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's
facts.
And like somebody just said we outnumber them. We do outnumber them, but they got us manipulated. That's just like in prison. You got 2,500 people with only 400 guards. That's controlling you, So it's all a manipulation and mind control. We've been in a spiritual war since the beginning of the time, damn near.
That's real.
Yeah. It just makes me think of the Judas and the Black Messiah I was just watching. He was like, anywhere there's people, there's power.
He was for all of the people. He wasn't just he was for all of the people.
No, that's facts. Like that's what I mean. Anywhere there's people, there's power.
Because if we look at it, let's go back to the Bible right fast, the allegory story. I tell people this every day. I said in the allegory story of Tower of Babel, in the Bible, it tells us we were all God's children. We spoke the same language, then he separated us. And all that goes back to is when our soul's in its purest form. You know what I'm saying? It just has a male and female polarity. We take this physical form to come to Earth to experience and learn. Oh. That's my take on it.
No, I agree with that. You look at like 3D, 4D, 5D, right? Like this 3D that we're in is for lessons, is for understanding, and the universe will teach you a lesson as many times as you want to learn it.
That ain't a lie right there.
Oh shit, that's mad real, bro.
It's going to teach you the lesson as many times as you want to learn it. So you'd be better off learning it the first time.
Oh man, that's real.
That's real right there. He ain't lying. Because you think about it, we the only one get a free will. When I read Jay Prince's book when I was in prison, he said, you get 2 things every day, a choice and a chance. That's what you get every day you wake up. You get a choice and a chance to make something happen. You can't put nothing on nobody else.
Only thing you can control is what you do, the choices you make. And, it's a big unlock when you understand that you can't control your environment. You can't control other people. You can't control nothing that's going on around you. You can only control your choices, right? Like I was watching this. It's funny. I was watching this guy that he went to prison and he was in prison for life for like murder or whatever. And then he turned into a teacher for people. And what he would do is he would always get the young guys when they first came in and he would ask them, how long did it take you to get here? And they didn't get it at first, right? And so he'd be like, okay, what did you do? He's like, oh, I robbed somebody, I murdered someone or whatever that it was. So he was like, how long did it take? and he would break it down for them. And some of them would say, I stabbed someone and they died. So it took 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? Like you lost, you lost your emotions and for 12 seconds and you lost your freedom. And he would talk to every single person, every single new guy that would come in, and he would try to save the ones who did pettier things by trying to explain to them. It only took you a split second of you losing yourself to end up here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you can understand that, you won't come back here. And he would try to save people by having these conversations with people, because that's really all it is. It's a small blip of you losing your emotions, and you could lose everything.
Yep.
So real, bro.
It's real. Because it's only a few seconds to commit that crime. It only take a few seconds. It really does.
Yeah, whatever that it is. And, it's not even always that deep, but it's just like everything. Like when you commit to something or you decommit from something or whatever that it is that happens in your life, decisions are usually they're very quick, but they have very long lasting effects. Very long lasting effects.
Definitely do. Because I'm still dealing with my effects. I ain't gonna lie to you. Still dealing with mine. I appreciate you. Because I went to a lady's house the other day, right? I do HVAC. And I was telling her about blockchain technology, telling her about her and her husband about my prisoner blockchain. She called the office in home. She called in our office, said, don't send no convicts to her house.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm on $1 million worth of game. I appreciate you. I'm putting them on $1 million worth of game about Metallica, the Fed Now, and all of that. I'm putting them on game.
Damn, that's wild work, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But like, you see the kind of strength you have to go through that, and you're still here teaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's there's it's just wild, man. It's just wild, the journeys that we go through and the things that we have to endure to get to where we're going. And it's just part of the journey, man. And you're a strong individual. That's why you're here.
Yeah. I gotta, cause you know what I'm saying? Once you've been through something, like Jesus' disciples, all of them was crooks, criminals, and everything under the sun.
That's real.
Yeah, and he knew that. Right? Like,
He did know that too.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine knowing that people are going to stab you in the back and twist the knife, and you still helping them, right?
That's crazy. But it makes sense though too. It's yeah. You guys watch baseball at all?
A little bit.
I follow it, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't watch it.
Oh, thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, me either. But this guy who's like a star on the team, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh God, the GOAT.
The GOAT. I have to be real with you guys. So like, I don't watch sports like that either. I'm always locked in and doing shit in this space, right? But recently, I was like, you know what? I've had a lot of success. I'm gonna start watching some games here and there. And once the Dodgers were in the fucking playoffs, I was like really just like locked in on Shohei and his just like how great his athleticism was. But where I'm going with this is that a couple of days ago, I watched this highlight of him, and it really spoke loudly of his character. And this is the type of like character I hope to embody fully eventually. But he's at bat, right? And the pitcher tags him with the ball, 95-mile-per-hour fastball to his upper back, which these guys have full fucking control of the ball. So this motherfucker tagged him. Like, and that's like one of he meant that shit. He meant that shit, and that's one of the most disrespectful things that you can do in baseball. And the entire bench was going to clear, and he said, "No, don't come." And then when he walks to first base, he shakes the first baseman's hand, and then while the pitcher is like, or while the batter is warming up to bat to next at bat, he walks with his hands behind his back and says nothing rude or anything. Guaranteed, he was probably like, hey, if you want to just keep hitting me every time I'm up back, go ahead. Like, his energy was not combative at all. And, like, that type of energy, bro, like, if you think about it, like you guys are saying, he could have lost his cool for 12 seconds. He could have fucking rushed that pitcher and lost millions of dollars because he punched out the pitcher on live television and got suspended. You know what I mean? Like, but the fact that he chose that, I feel like that's that turn the other cheek, because that's another thing too. The moment you embody that energy, now that energy and that frequency has consumed you now. That guy that did it was angry, and now you allowed him to fucking energy transfer that anger to you now, and now you're angry. You know what I mean? But the fact that he chose that higher route and said, I'm not going to let this affect me, I feel like it's that spiritual side of things. And, like, when we're growing up, like, I grew up in Section 8. I grew up in fucking tough-ass neighborhoods and shit. So, like, somebody calls you a bitch, we throwing hands. You know what I mean? But, like, that is the wrong thing. That is the wrong way to, like, you know, to go about life. And I don't know if you guys have ever read that book, The Game of Life, and how to play it. But it's a quick read. It's like one of those, 100-page books, Think and Grow Rich type of book. But yeah, there's some mad wisdom in that book. And yeah, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not perfect either. I'll be losing my cool sometimes. But yeah.
Yeah. It's the life lesson of, kill them with kindness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Darkness can't push out darkness. Only light can do that, right? Hate can't push out hate. Only love can do that.
That's real.
For real. And that's one thing I've learned, that, like, one thing God practice, or that I'll keep, this unconditional love. That's the one thing we don't practice in this world. It's too much hate. Love outweighs hate.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
It does, because the person who's exuding the hate is just in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hate is just a lot of pain. It's someone who's had the world, shut them out, has tried to figure life out, and every which way they turn, they're just getting denied, or nothing is working, and it consumes a person. And all they want is a hug. All they want is someone to tell them, I love you, man. All they want someone is to say, you fucked up, but it's okay. And when you don't get that over and over and over again, that'll fuck somebody up, man. It fucks people up. And that's really what hate is. It's just an absence of love. It's nothing else.
Yeah, no, that's real. And then you put basically most of the population in the category of, like, you had a tough childhood on some level, because it's not like our parents were being trained on how to properly show love and all that stuff. So, like, a lot of our parents embodied bad habits and things that were being said, like, instead of showing us love. You know what I mean? That's why, like with my boys, I'll be showing my son so much love and shit. Like, I remember before I had kids, I used to be like, man, I'm about to be that tough dad, and I'm about to check my kids, and I'll whip my kids' asses. And boy, I did not turn out that way. I'm like, I don't yell at my kids. I'll be sitting down, having a conversation with them, showing them love. I'll reassure them if they get in trouble and I had to kind of scold them a little bit. I'm like, man, I just want you to know I still love you though, Pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, you messed up, but that doesn't take away the fact that you're my son and I love you. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, when you don't get that as a kid, and then, you couple that with just the way culture is, goddamn, man, it's really easy to fall into that trap,
It really is.
Something I'm going through right now. Like, I have a kid on the way myself, so, like, I grew up tough environment, and I'm trying to change that. That's crazy.
The fact that you want to change it and you're seeing it, I promise you, you're going to end up doing it, because I have to say that our parents weren't even conscious of that. Like, what you just said, that probably never even crossed their mind,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the whole, hurt people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it always takes someone to break that curse, who can see what others can't see, is that we're repeating the cycle, right? And once you see that if I do to mine what they did to me, I'm just pushing it down. I'm just passing it on. I gotta stop. I gotta cut this shit off here
It's real. That's mad real.
because it's tough. It's hard because it's like I gotta go against everything that I've seen, everything that I've been taught, everything that I thought was and is, and I gotta forge a new path. I gotta build a new highway, and it's just like it's tough, but everyone who's here is doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to be a father still too. I'm lacking at that point. I'm lacking hard. Like I provide before I spending the time and things like that. I just moved back to West Virginia with my kids being around them doing football and stuff, but it's still that's a struggle when you didn't have that in your life,
That's real.
You're not lacking at all, man. You are working with tools you never had, right? You're learning things you were never taught. So it's you're not lacking at all. You're just doing the best with what you got.
Yeah. Basically it. Have my uncles, like you got your uncles, but that's different from your father,
Yeah, man. They don't like a father is so important. A father is so important. And when you see these statistics, the biggest statistic that has shocked me in life, completely shocked me in life, is that kids who grow up in single parent homes with a father versus a mother actually end up doing better in life.
I believe that.
And it's nothing like, the mother carries you, she, all of these things. It's nothing to take away from the queens and goddesses. It's nothing to take away from that. But why is that? Why has the United States government worked so hard to rip families apart and to take the man out of the family? Why?
I'll tell you.
Why? Because they understand the power. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, they know. They've been studying us before we were born. So they've been knowing this shit. They probably seen the effect it had on, back when we were all living one with with nature, and they probably stumbled upon it like, oh damn, shit, we took out this village, all the dads, and look at how all the new age men are turning out now. Like these guys are been studying us. They know this for a fact. That's not no like by chance or like that accidentally happened to our culture. No, that shit was consciously, purposely done, and then tucked as if it wasn't, and then programming, just so many different ways to make that shit successful. Not to mention, we know the whole EBT situation. They don't get approved if they have the man living at the crib. That's crazy work right there. Like, what do you mean?
By
can't
design.
be living exactly.
They're like, we are gonna be the daddy to your kid, not his father, because his father is going to teach him to think for himself. He's going to teach him or her that you cannot be controlled. That is what a father passes on to their seed, whatever that the seed is. A father goes through all of the torment, all of the things that a mother goes through, but they have to stay solid, right? A woman is full of emotion, and that is what she is for, right? Women turn a house into a home. Like that is what their job is. The man's job is to protect that home. Yeah. How does a man protect that home? By teaching his seed, whatever the seed is, you are stronger than you think you are. And they don't want the man to teach that. So they do everything they can to remove the man from the situation.
If you look back in history and look at the communities that we had before civil rights, we had great communities. In my town of Beckley, West Virginia, we had thriving doctors, lawyers, shopping centers, everything. And it just, killed it with the after the civil rights movement, the 501c3.
It all comes to
You know, that's it's crazy. Even with the street life, OGs are so important. They teach you so many things. So many things.
it just all comes back to unity. They don't like unity.
No, they don't.
Don't matter who you are. Unity they don't like, because without unity, then they have control of everything. We depend on them. Just like community, as you brought up, Zoe. Community is just a huge thing in my opinion. Like, no matter where you live, like just the people around you are very important for your education and all that type of stuff.
Hey, yeah, and Nate, congrats on your seed on the way, man. That's beautiful.
Thank you, man. It's my first one.
Yay, man! Congratulations.
It's a girl, so that's gonna change my life.
The universe did that to teach you something in the same way you're gonna teach her something.
That's an amazing perspective. Thank you, though.
My oldest daughter thinks she's my boss.
She's your boss?
She thinks she is.
I'm sure that's how my daughter's gonna be, but I can't wait.
She's 23. She thinks she's my boss. I ain't gonna lie to you. She thinks she can
Oh
tell me
man,
how to act.
is that the one you just dropped off up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's yeah. I can't wait for that. You said what?
She a nurse at OSU.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah. I live close to OSU too, about 30 minutes.
Hey man, you see how they changed that around up there? Let me tell y'all something. I was DeFi King. Just listen to this. And Nate, I don't know if you really paid attention, but you ever been by Souder Downs lately? Down 23.
Yeah.
You see the data center they building?
Dude, don't tell him about all. Dude, I've been up. If you know New Albany up there northeast.
I've been up
Bro,
there.
the data centers up there. I work for Waste Management, man, and we do a lot of like jobs for them. Like the data centers they got going on in Central Ohio is insane. All for this AI, I'm sure.
But you think about you go watch the movie Ready Player One. What was it based in? Columbus, Ohio.
Yep.
And then I was
That's kind of crazy because Columbus is an interesting place. I don't know what the power is with the ley lines. There's something going on with Columbus and just Ohio in general.
Yes, it is.
Connected to Babylon, in my opinion, but
okay, yeah, I'm with it. I'm learning something from you guys right now. You guys are putting me on game.
But I was riding down. I'm leaving Ohio this morning, right? I haven't been down this road 33 in probably about 10 years. This is my old route that I used to take back and forth to Columbus all the time. Go up this road. But man, I'm looking at the construction, and I'm seeing it because Dick Gregory said when you got the magic glasses on, you can't unsee.
yeah.
Man, but I'm seeing the construction going up and down 33. I'm seeing what's it, solar farms, like solar panel farms.
Dude,
and all of that.
yeah, there's so many solar farms over here too. That and the data centers.
Yes, because Ohio's a lot of farmland, DeFi King, and it's flat. So they're turning some of that flat farmland into data centers. That's
What's interesting about that? So Ohio, what you're saying, it being Ohio has some of the most fertile soil in the country. And what that tells me then is that Ohio is a power source.
yep.
Like if we go into the 3D, 5D esoteric thing,
I didn't think about that.
Ohio has a power hub. So if they're building data centers there, they know something. Because why is the soil so rich?
That's real, bro.
Why is the soil so
That brings me back to the Tower of Babel thing.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Because
Bro, you're speaking some facts right now, bro.
If the soil is so rich that Ohio's part of the Bible Belt, but then it also is like literally, you can Google it. It's some of the most fertile soil in the United States.
That's why they got
Why
all
would
the
they
farmland.
decide to build data centers there? It's deeper than the soil. There's something else going on here.
just like this. I don't know if y'all know this. I'm gonna give y'all some. I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee too. That's where I live at too. That's my home, one of my home bases. They're building a tunnel from the Elon Musk building a tunnel from the Nashville airport to downtown for the ultra wealthy.
Damn.
Well, with the Boring Company.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, with the Boring Company, and they've been buying a lot of the gentrifying a lot of the neighborhoods in Nashville.
And it's interesting because Ohio has like almost the most presidents are from Ohio. Some crazy shit like that. One of those weird stats.
And it's in one of the battleground states.
Yeah.
I love it here. It's great.
It is, man. It really is. It's like a central hub for everything. Like
Yeah.
you get all the 4 seasons in Ohio. It's got fertile soil.
Yep.
You can plant anything there. And then now, like in the chips, before all this started, didn't one like Intel or something want to build like a chip plant?
They actually put that on hold because they didn't have enough. I think it wasn't enough money and enough like blue collar workers right now to get the job done. And yeah, the funding I'm pretty sure was the main cause. But
Now,
yeah,
let
it was
me
up here
throw a
in.
monkey wrench in that. What if it had nothing to do with that and they were waiting on robots?
Yeah, that could be it.
That's a
Because
good
as
one.
Ohio's got a lot of manpower.
Yeah, we got a lot of blue collar.
Yeah, like it was the rubber capital.
And it's still.
Do you remember that? You remember the rubber capital? Goodyear Tire and Rubber, Firestone. It was the rubber capital of the world. What the fuck is going on in Ohio? What's going on in Ohio?
Then, not to top it off, the Great Lakes is right there too to connect. The canals connect all the way to the ocean.
There you go.
Hey, yo, this is some enlightening shit. We got work. We got some Native Americans up in this bitch. I need to know what Ohio was before Columbus came over here. What the fuck?
Yeah, but go follow. Hey, you really want to know? Go follow the dude. We know the truth. He be talking about Ohio a lot. The Ohio River Valley.
Hey, and you guys remember those train derailments?
Yep, the chloride. Somebody just said that in the chat.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah. Why they could have crashed that shit anywhere? Why'd they crash it in Ohio?
Exactly.
They wanted the land. They wanted the land for the data centers.
I agree.
That's what that was about. So what is underneath that soil? There's something else going on. What is underneath that soil?
Just like men.
There is some power down there. They're not building these data centers there for no reason.
That's so real, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you what else been cranking up too. I've been seeing a lot of. They're not. They say coal down, coal up booming a lot in West Virginia. I've been seeing these coal trucks and timbering a lot in West Virginia here lately.
WV, yeah. Okay. Interesting.
And they having an auction. So let's think about this. So this is what I've been on, DeFi King. I'm gonna tell you this. Let's think about this. They having these smart cities, right? They're building these smart cities, right? So people, the ultra wealthy is going to try to get away from these smart cities and run to the country, right? To the some place. So I think they're turning West Virginia into the new Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I'm gonna show you why I say that. Because they auctioning off land everywhere. I ran into this. This is another ancestral thing. I ran into this the other day. 6,000 acres that they auctioning off, 25 tracts with timber rights and coal royalties on different tracks.
This is divine intervention. You're in WV finding this, and you're getting ready to have a flood of wealth. You see what's going on here? Nothing is by mistake.
And this was the. Hey, listen, let me tell you how divine this was. No lie, no fucking. Let me turn the camera around. I want you to see my face on this one. I found this on a Wednesday, right? And I found this auction on a Tuesday, talking to a guy. I was working on his air conditioner system, and he was telling me about his well. I said, "You got a well?" He's like, "Yeah." I like, damn, I love some fresh water. He's like, "Man, our well always pumping water." I like, "Man, I love some property out here." He said, "It's an auction right down there. When you're leaving out, look at the auction. Take a picture of the billboard right before you get on the interstate. Boom, take a picture of it. Get the information for the auction." Then the next day, I'm right down in that same area again, and the GPS take me across a dirt road on top of the mountain, and all you see is no trespassing for like 3 miles on this dirt road in the middle of nowhere. And I was on one of them tracts of land.
You were meant to be there.
Yes.
You listen. The divine intervention is insane. You are where you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. You're looking up the things you're supposed to look up, because the universe knows when you get this wealth what you're going to do with it. See, everyone here who's here this early, who's going to have a flood of wealth. You were chosen by the universe because the universe knows you're going to restore balance. Remember you were talking about balance in the beginning?
Yeah.
The universe knows you're going to restore balance. The last will be first, the first will be last. Mm-hmm. They understand you are going to make it bigger than yourself. You what's in your heart is not selfish. So they understand what you're going to do.
That's why I moved back to West Virginia. I quit my job and came back to West Virginia in Nashville, Tennessee this summer.
Yeah. Look at that.
Because I'm going to be the first black governor of West Virginia. I want to rebuild it. Because only thing West Virginia is lacking is wealth. Because my great-great-grandfather walked from Virginia to West Virginia. Born 1872, he passed away in 1974. Ain't that crazy? He walked.
That's crazy.
He walked.
That is so crazy. Have you noticed how hard the mainstream media tries to downgrade and make farming and owning land and living free, and they try to make that look boring? Mm-hmm. And they try to put people in high rises. They want you to get a condo. They want you to be on the 56th floor of a 100-floor condominium and shit like that. They want to put you in a rectangle box.
Mm-hmm. I just want like 3 acres. I'll be okay with that.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Lot right there. They got a 3-acre lot in there, 2.8 acres.
They don't want you to have your bare feet in the ground. Why don't they want you to do
another
that?
topic too. Grounding.
Hey, I'm taking it there.
I love it. I love that shit.
Why don't they want you to have your bare feet in the soil? What is in the Ohio soil?
They don't want you to
Why don't they want you to have your
source.
bare feet in that shit?
That's why they make fun of them tree huggers, but in reality.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
They want to keep you sick. That's why.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly, basic.
There you go.
Exactly.
Basic, you a real one, bro.
What's
you
up?
a real one.
DeFi King? How you doing, bro?
Nah, man, I gotta give it up to Basic, man. Homie been there since the beginning. Just like you, Zo. Basic been there since the beginning.
I've been hitting up DeFi King for about 2 years on the DM, asking him questions.
No, dead ass, man. You hey, Basics. Hey, you. When it comes to relentlessness, you are the epitome of that shit.
Dude.
I'm not no cap, bro. Zero cap on that.
I'm not gonna be one of those guys that loses everything because I give up. You know, I'm sticking with it, dude. I'm taking it all the way because, believe me, I've made my share of mistakes when I first got into crypto. Like I've I paid my dues. Let's just put it that way. You know.
Hey, brother, you preaching to the choir, man. Yeah. I bought crypto when I tell this story all the time. I got into crypto because I bought Dogecoin, the very first crypto I ever bought. I bought Dogecoin at like, I was a little early, like 5 cents. Right before Elon went on Saturday Night Live and pumped it to like 70 cents.
Don't remind me. Yep.
I made a little bit of money. I was feeling myself. I was like, oh, I'm cool. Back then it was the same play. Go to CoinMarketCap, find a low shitter. They were gonna post them shit on Binance. It was gonna pump and dump. And I was buying shitters and I got slaughtered. Absolutely slaughtered.
Yeah.
And from that day on, I dedicated my life to this shit. I was like, nah, y'all ain't gonna get me again.
Yeah.
I got the first time. I was like, not again.
Yeah.
And I bought the top of crypto when it was 69,420. When Elon pumped Dogecoin to 70,000.
Yeah.
Or to 70 cents, I'm sorry. And Bitcoin was 70,000 when it hit its first all-time high.
Right.
I bought the top and I rode that shit all the way down. And ever since then, I have dedicated my life to learning the ins and outs of this shit. And you and Zoe been there since the beginning. And Nate, I've been seeing you too, bro.
Yeah, I'll be following you on Twitter, man.
I've been seeing you, Zoe, and Basics. Y'all have been there since the beginning.
I wished when you first started talking about metal and loan, I wished I would have bought right then. I waited a few months.
I waited about a year.
I still did really, really good on loan.
It's all good. Listen, y'all don't understand.
Still early, bro. You still
let me remind you, Aave is all-time highs like $300.
Yeah.
Loan will blow past that number.
Let's go.
There you go, Zoe.
Let's go.
Loan protocol is going to blow past that number. Y'all are not like, I know you guys are. You guys are here, but I just need to reinforce your conviction. You are not late.
My conviction is solidified.
You ain't late, man. When I tell you that the motherfuckers who are in a credit union right now who don't even know Bitcoin's 100,000 are gonna be buying loan at $10.
Yeah,
they're gonna be buying loan at $20. You guys are. Hey, all the mistakes you made are cool. You were still early. That's what's crazy.
Imagine that. Dude.
That is what's crazy. All the mistakes all of us in this live, me, you, Zoe, and Nate, all the mistakes we made, we're still early.
Yeah. That's why these communities are important, though, because it keeps us up, because by ourselves, we can get tore down over time. We can second guess ourselves when we're by ourselves. But when there's a group where there's two or more like-minded people, you know what I mean? We can prop each other up. When one guy's having a bad day, the other guy can pick him up.
Yeah.
And I've had some bad days, let me tell you. But overall, that's why I stick around, just to hear things from people that I know are doing their research as well, just like I'm doing.
Let me put y'all on game.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to buy loan at 5 zeros and I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Look, I made the same mistakes. I found loan and I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. I didn't know. I got shook because it had an infinite supply and I was like, because I was going off of what I think that I know. Yeah. I was like, damn, this shit got infinite supply. It's got 5 zeros. It ain't never gonna drop no zeros. And that shit dropped 3 zeros.
Yeah.
We're in a downturn right now because the government shut down and all that other shit.
Yeah.
That shit dropped 3 zeros. I was
Loan
there
went on a
when there
long
was
run
5.
this year, man. Loan went on a good run this year.
That must have been back in 2022, eh?
It was 2022. It had 5 zeros and a 2 when I found it.
Damn.
And I didn't sell the house to buy it because I didn't know what I was looking at.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. DeFi, when you posted that on Twitter, you posted a part where you said $100 for $1 million loan. That's when I got in.
Hey.
And I'm grateful that because I made like a 15, 20x.
Yes, bro. And what I'm telling you is I missed 100x.
It's crazy.
I'm here to tell you. Like, that's why I reinforce this shit to everybody. And like I keep talking about, I missed 100x on loan. 100.
That's crazy.
That's no cap.
That's crazy.
I missed 100x on that shit because I was so early, I didn't know what I was looking at.
Yeah.
That's why I've dedicated my life to teaching people this shit. Because I've been through it. I have missed, I've missed, and that's one. I put people on Stronghold, but I missed a 50x on that.
Me too, DeFi King. But I
made money on it. I made money on it, and I still missed a 50x on it.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, even on Snips, you called it when it was like 40, 50 bucks for $1 million coins.
Yes, that's another one.
I got that.
But you know what's crazy? Let me fuck y'all up. The reason the universe makes no mistakes. The reason I missed those 100x's is so I could keep teaching. You see what I see?
Yep.
Great perspective.
The person I was when I found Dogecoin, and then I bought the top, and then I rode it all the way down. If I would have known what loan was and I hit that 100x, I wouldn't be on this live.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here. I would have hit 100x. I would have caught a lick, and y'all would know me as some guy who would talk about XLM and disappear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The universe makes no mistakes. I missed that 100x because my job was to teach more people. My job was to open more eyes. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about me making that 100x.
See, that's why I owe you.
Zoe.
That's why I owe you 10% when I get rich, man.
Nah, that's facts.
Listen, man, y'all don't owe me nothing. I'm good. I'm set, man. Like, I used to be on that type of time until I understood what my role was. I understood, I was like, man, like, my job I wasn't meant to be to hit a lick, make 100 million and just bow out. That wasn't my role. My role was to teach teachers. See, everyone in here is a teacher.
Yeah.
Nate, you're a teacher. Basics, you're a teacher. Yannick, you're a teacher. Zoe, you're a teacher. My job was to teach teachers. I had to miss that 100x in order to be here. And I'm grateful for it. I'm now, like 2 years ago, man, I was mad as hell. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I was mad as hell. I was so fucking mad. Like, man, I could be on a yacht right now if I would have just known what I was looking at. But then I understood. It's not I understood, I understood.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
was meant for something bigger.
Yeah.
I was meant to teach teachers.
Yeah. And that purpose that you have now that you found is much more valuable than that bag that you would have made.
Much
Right.
more
It's
valuable.
gonna be 100x more valuable in the end too, because your journey is gonna be that much more fulfilling because you brought a lot of people along with you.
Yes.
Community.
You hitting the nail with the hammer right there.
Yeah, it really.
Once I understood that changing lives meant more than me getting 100x, it changed everything for me. Because I was I don't need that money. I don't. If I can get one more person to buy $1 million loan, I did my job.
Yeah.
If I could get one more person to understand what XPR is, what Stellar is, what securrency meant, what these assets are on the Stellar Ledger, if I could convince one more person to think, it's not even about buying and making the money. If I can make you think differently.
Yep. There you go.
If I can it's Nah.
Black Messiah. We here to teach the people. This is our destiny. This is our purpose. You know?
That is it, Zoe. You are meant to unlock all the kings who are doing a bid, but they got time to get out. Who are in for life, but they got people on the outside. They got family on the outside. And they will listen to a leader like you. And they will say, hey man, my life is over, but homie over here who doing some shit, who I trust and I believe, you need to fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I will never reach that crowd, Zoe. I will, and it's not because I can't, but it's because you were meant to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I can reach who I'm meant to reach. I was meant to reach everybody here because I am inspiring you to teach others.
Yep.
I'm inspiring everybody in this live to think differently.
Everybody
to change their mindset.
Well,
that's what they tell me all the time. Everybody ain't for everybody. You ain't meant to please everybody.
Nah, you're not. You ain't everybody's flavor.
Yep.
You are not. Like, everyone who attached to me, cool. I love it. I love that for me, and I love that for who they're gonna teach. So, it's crazy because people always ask me, what's your Telegram? What's your Discord? What's your this? What's your that? Why don't you have a private this and teaching people? Nah. What people don't get is I am meant to inspire you. My job is to teach you to teach others.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta keep hitting you in the head.
Yeah.
I gotta keep showing that shit to you until you get it, until you understand. Because people would text me and DM me, man, you should talk about this blockchain. You should talk about that blockchain. You should talk about this. You should talk about this. And I wouldn't respond. You know what happened? They started doing it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They started teaching.
Hey, you know
because
what?
they were inspired.
You got me when you said 90% of my bag is XLM. That's before Metallicus. 10% everything else.
And it still is to this day. And you know how hard I push Metallicus.
Mm-hmm.
No, I respect it because you turned into a guru based off your potential losses.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Dead
I
ass,
respect
man.
it, man.
Like,
you put a lot of guys on to get out of the matrix.
Adversity is the greatest teacher. Success is the shortest lesson. That's what I just said earlier.
No, dead ass, man.
Man, when you posted that Mr. Robot episode,
oh, that was deep.
Man, I had to watch the whole thing. Season 1, 2, 3. Man, I don't suggest anybody to do this, but I pulled out of my XRP bag. I pumped it all into loan.
Hey, bro, but you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, what did I do? I made you think.
I've been thinking about doing that for a while now.
Listen, listen, I'm pulling my Corium out. And my muscle is photogenic.
I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I have never had more than 5,000 XRP in my entire existence.
Me either.
The only time I had that much is when I found a meme coin. I wish Aquaman was still here, but he had to bow out. But like, the only time I've ever had more than 5,000 XRP is when I bought a meme coin on XRP. Fuck, I can't even think of the name of it right now.
Drop.
No, not Drop. That's the one Echo was pushing, but not that one. Oh, fuck. I wish I could remember it right now. It's escaping me. But
it was Army. Wasn't there XRP Army or?
No, not that one. They had the red bird.
Oh yeah.
Phoenix.
What's the red bird one? Phoenix. Yeah. That's the one. That is the only time I've ever held more than 5,000 XRP because I swapped whatever I had into XRP to buy Phoenix. And I made a bag on that. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm going to keep it a bean. I made a bag on Phoenix. I called the absolute top on that. And by call, I mean I put sell orders in. Know how I've been teaching you how to do buy orders, sell orders.
Yeah.
I put sell orders in, and I literally, because my frequency was just on that, I called the absolute top. It was 3 zeros and a 2 on Phoenix. And I'm pretty sure that shit started at like 6 zeros, something crazy. But that's the only time I ever held more than 5,000 XRP. And it's not because I don't believe in it. I'm going to break it down for y'all right now since we're talking about it. I'm not saying I don't believe in XRP. That has never been my anthem. I have always said, how the fuck does Jed McCaleb be on the crew to create XRP, and then he decides to burn that shit to the ground?
Yeah, dump it. He's dumping, ain't he?
Think the mindset of where I was at. This nigga Jed McCaleb creates Mt. Gox, the very first Bitcoin exchange, right? He creates that shit. Somehow knows, oh, government about to pull up on me. Let me sell this shit. Sells it to someone else. That nigga takes the fall. He comes out clean. Right? Then he goes to Ripple and helps launch Ripple. He's like, nah, this shit too centralized, this, that, and the third. I don't believe that because Stellar is centralized. So I ain't gonna cap on any of that. It is what it is. But he looks at that and he's like, nah, I built Mt. Gox, the first Bitcoin exchange. I got out clean. And then you find out shit like Lucius Trust. I'm gonna say that again for anyone in this live. Go look up, just go to Google, type in Jed McCaleb Lucius Trust. I ain't gonna say it again, Joe. I don't want to get your shit taken down.
Yeah, I got
you. They be on my ass. One more time.
Big one.
Jed McCaleb Lucius Trust. So I went down that rabbit hole, right? And then I was like, nah, hell nah. How is this nigga come out clean every time? Every time some shit goes down, Jed McCaleb is smooth as an egg. I'm like, something's going on here. Then he creates Stellar. And then he has billions of XRP.
Yeah.
Sells every single XRP he's ever held. Now listen to me. Who creates the first Bitcoin exchange? The first one. Then creates XRP. Then sells has billions of it. Sells every motherfucking dime of XRP he has and creates something else called Stellar. And nobody in the crypto community bats an eye. When I came into crypto in 2022, when I bought the top of Doge, and then I started to learn about XLM, I was like, why the fuck is nobody talking about Stellar? Why is no one talking about it? Everyone's talking about XRP, but the guy that made it, who was part of it, goes and makes another thing and no one's talking about it? And then I start making videos about it and they start deleting my shit? That's all I needed. It was game, set, match after that.
Look what I found, DeFi King, a little while ago.
Look, see, it ain't about me. It's bigger than me. Look at that. Read that, y'all. Everybody in this live, read that.
2015.
The two most interesting people in crypto. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Jed McCaleb and Marshall Hayner.
Yep.
The two most interesting people in crypto. Jed McCaleb and Marshall Hayner. Ask me why.
They're plugged in, ain't they?
Go ahead, ask me why.
Why are those two important?
Tell us.
Jed McCaleb always slips out right before the hammer drops. And Marshall Hayner worked with Jed McCaleb. Jed McCaleb recruited him, and he worked at Stellar. Jed McCaleb said, Marshall, I need you, bruh. I done created the first Bitcoin exchange. I done created Ripple, the shit that everybody in crypto's talking about. I was there in the beginning. I launched that shit. but now I'm creating something new, and I need you. Why would Jed McCaleb need Marshall Hayner? Why? Why? This is the type of shit I think about. Why did he need him? He created the first Bitcoin exchange. I'm talking before Coinbase. Before Coinbase, you had to meet a nigga at Subway to buy Bitcoin. And he created Mt. Gox. And then somehow, some way, decided, hey, the government's pulling up. Let me sell this shit right before they come get me. Who can do that? This is movie type shit. This is movie type shit. Who does that? Who knows? You've been in a trade before. You ever been able to call the top?
Not without certain information.
Nope.
So how did Jed McCaleb call the top on the government pulling up?
He's plugged in there somehow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, look, I ain't gonna say it again. You heard what I said. Jed McCaleb and that trust. Look that shit up.
Yeah.
What's he got to do with Marshall Hayner, though?
Now you're asking the real questions.
Yeah, because that's what
Now
I'm
you
curious
asking
about.
the real questions.
Also, there's one thing I can add in too.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, he went on mute.
Oh, you're muted, brother.
I think he went to go.
Yeah, hello, can you guys hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah. When Stellar was founded, it was 66 years and 66 years and 60 days after Aleister Crowley died.
You see what I'm talking about? You think that's a coincidence?
666.
I mean, that's the same thing you talking about with Metallicus is like max supply with their like 666 million. You know what I mean?
On metal.
But think about this though.
And Marshall Hayner worked at Stellar. Come on, man.
Don't demonize 666 because our body's made of 6 protons, 6 neurons, and 6.
Yeah.
No, it ain't no demonization. It's confirmation. It ain't demonization. It's confirmation.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
It ain't no demonization. It's confirmation.
That's a big line.
But they have demonized the 666, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have. That's why when people think of that shit, that's what they think of.
On purpose, because they don't want you to look.
Yep.
It's on purpose.
Stellar spiritual for me. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I learned about it. I got out of prison in November the 17th, right? I wrecked on a 4-wheeler September the 17th of 2012. My best friend get killed the 26th of September. 9 years later, in 3 months, I get out of prison, right? Then, 3 years after me getting out of prison, November the 17th, that's when Franklin Templeton moved $1.7 trillion for the Stellar Network. And that's when it shot up to 60 cent. Then it been down to the 30 cent. It just now shot to the 29 cent. 26 cent the other day. But when DeFi King put me on, it was
369, the magical numbers.
Yeah.
Not only that, when that Element Disney movie came out and the two main characters are Ripple and Lumen,
Amber
it blew me
Lumens.
away.
Oh, let me show you something. Let me show you something. You brought something up.
Yeah,
Fire in that movie. Her dad went with her.
Hey, you know what's also crazy? Why you're dropping that knowledge? Why the Yin Yang twins talk about 369?
Yep. 369. We're fine.
Damn, she fine. Why?
Look at that. Don't that look like the thing from the movie?
That ass. But Zoe,
Looks just like the movie. Holy shit.
Zoe,
Yeah.
what did Yin Yang twins know about 369? Why'd they sing that?
I don't know. Put me on game because I remember that now you saying it.
369, damn, she fine.
Hey, it's that'll be go back, just like the movie Sneakers in the Ghost movie, man. Like the sign's been there for years.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the people who control the music industry taught them. See, when you're initiated,
Mafia, yeah.
when you're initiated, you have to learn, right? But in order to learn, they want you to show your allegiance, right?
Yeah.
So they gotta have something on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the allegiance works. So if you cross them, they cross you, right? So they, like what did Ventor said, hidden in plain sight. That is a fact. They mastered the art of hiding the truth in plain sight. So they made the Yin Yang Twins sing 3, 6, 9, damn she fine. I'm gonna go and shake it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my balls.
Yeah, all these females.
But they were teaching you something esoteric and you didn't even know it.
Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh,
That you didn't even know what they were teaching you. 3, 6, 9, damn she fine.
Damn, I'm young, but I've heard that song, and that kind of blows my mind.
yeah.
You didn't even know what you were listening to. So,
No.
listen, music is the only thing that enters your electromagnetic field without your permission. You ever notice if you listen to a certain type of music, it puts you in a certain type of mood?
Yeah.
Without you wanting it, whether you want it or not. If you listen to something that's upbeat, that shit can bring you out of a fucking depression in a minute. But at the same time, if you listen to something depressing, you could be in a high vibration. That shit'll make you think about something fucked up.
Frequencies.
They understand this shit, and they be playing in our face all the time. They play in our face all the time. 3, 6, 9, damn she fine. You don't even know what the fuck 3, 6, 9 meant. You didn't even know.
Didn't even know. That's crazy. Now that you breaking it down, now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Just like the
Yeah, because they.
with
Yeah,
the
go
360,
ahead.
$2.06.
Hey, you see what I'm saying? Now go back, Giselle, what we talk about? You're just remembering what you already know.
Yeah.
You are just remembering what you already know.
Crazy.
They playing in your face, bro.
They really are. Just like this. Think about this, DeFi King. The St. Cloud Financial Credit Union. I found that article on September the 10th when they launched their stablecoin in the Metallicus ecosystem. That was the day of Charlie. Then on September the 21st, the day of the eclipse, they harvested their energy when they had his repass.
Absolutely, they did. That's why they were doing the cross shit. Acting like he was Jesus and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were tapping into that emotional energy.
Yeah.
Because they know they got you. They're like, oh, you didn't put all your energy into this entity, this man, this woman, this person, whatever that it is. Let me go ahead and harvest that.
Love that you say man and woman. That's facts.
No, it's super facts, man. They use whatever vessel that they can to harvest energy. And what they do is they understood. That's why they got rid of all the bells.
Exactly.
If y'all want to go down that rabbit hole, right?
We can. We here.
Right? The bells, right? They got rid of all the bells because bells are frequency, organs, right? The churches and the organs were healing centers. They have nothing to do with praying to some outside God. No, you pull up this frequency. Do you know that there's a frequency that can regrow teeth?
Yep. Guess what Terrence Howard is now?
the molars that they pull out of your mouth and they tell you that you can never have one of those
My
again?
wisdom teeth pulled out. Never got them pulled out.
That's why you here, my boy. That's why you here.
That frequency, man. I'm 24, but I
saying.
know the game. I'm
You
early
do know the
dog.
game. There is a frequency that can regrow teeth.
Yep.
They pulled my wisdom teeth out young. That's crazy.
They gave you an excuse. That's why they said,
Look,
"Oh, your teeth gonna grow weird without your wisdom." No, it's
Look, I had all 4 of mine pulled at once with no anesthesia, and I'm still here.
Yeah.
They couldn't pull the wisdom out of me. They tried though.
You guys ever say wisdom and like the humming noise? That's the frequency. That's the
I
vibration.
never thought about that.
Wisdom.
Look at that. Look at homie putting us on game.
Yeah. Because we, like I said at the beginning of the live when you came up, it tells us in the time
cerebral.
we were all God's children. We just were separated, came to this earth to take different forms. We're here to learn and regroup and show unconditional love, learn and go on this journey.
I feel so stupid for letting them pull my wisdom teeth out. Because I should have thought, why the fuck you pulling something out of me that's called a wisdom tooth?
Yeah.
I was on some dumb
Not to
shit.
take my kids. Let me find out my kids still got theirs.
Bro, I feel so stupid. I was on some dumb shit. So you telling me you clean my teeth and you gonna tell me, hey man, let me pull that wisdom up out of you. And I went for the game. I went for it. I like to share these things to remind y'all that I am just a vessel, man. I have made so many mistakes.
Yeah.
I have made so many mistakes. But the universe has saved me. I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth peeled at once, and I was still able to see through the veil. Imagine what you can do if you still got yours.
We was destined for it though, you know. Just like my son, he was born with gray hair. That's how I know he's smart. To my youngest son, it's gonna be something. I can tell.
Hey man, he was chosen. He got your DNA. I got royalty, got loyalty
Like
inside my
Kanye.
DNA.
For real. For a kid to be born with gray hair, like he was a baby with gray hair.
Nah, Kendrick was telling us something. He was putting us on game.
Yeah.
I got royalty inside my DNA.
Kendrick put us on game. Wu-Tang put us on game. Nas didn't put us on game. Like we just have to, you just go back and listen.
That is why they are trying to put the Neuralink inside our brain. Why? Because DNA holds the most memory of anything on this planet.
Yep.
Like terabytes and parabytes and bytes I can't even say. DNA holds so much memory. It holds more memory than anything a human can create.
Mm-hmm. It really is. It really does. I mean, your body's electric. Your brain is. That's why they feed us all these starchy foods. They don't want you to be alive, to eat alive foods. I found a water well the other day, fresh water. Man, I've been going to get that water. Driving 45.
Yeah. Hey, everybody in this live, you need to be eating colors. Red peppers, green peppers,
What?
orange peppers, blueberries, strawberries. You need to be eating colors. Eat more colors.
And smoke them too.
All I do is eat colors. That's all I do. All I do is eat colors. Strawberries, blueberries, peppers, herbs. Go look up some Dr. Sebi shit.
Hell yeah. For real.
When I found out Lisa Left Eye Lopez was tapped into Dr. Sebi, hey, that changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's why they killed her, right?
Yeah, that's why they killed her, because she was about to speak the truth. She's about to tell it.
And they killed Nipsey Hussle too, man.
Yeah, man. She was tapped into Sebi. Homie was healing all types of shit.
You stalked her Sebi, man.
Hey, rest in power.
Yes, rest in power. Definitely rest in power. I was in prison watching all his videos.
I was like 16 years old watching his stuff, man.
God.
That's what got me into today. I'm just eating healthy.
That's how I started fasting.
Yeah.
When I watched his videos of him talking about fasting and only drinking water, tea, and eating herbs, I was like, I got to do something different.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle too. Yeah, Chief.
Yeah, facts. I can't speak on Nipsey. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know enough about Nipsey. I'm more on the Dr. Sebi train, but a lot of people told me that Nipsey's on the same vibe.
He was. Hey, DeFi King, I listen to Nipsey Hussle every day. And he was on this revolution of talking about digital assets, cryptocurrency, and being in ownership, because he said this was the modern day gold rush. This right here. He was creating NFT with QR codes where you can buy his products with QR codes and things like that.
Zoe, you are important. You are more important than me in this fight. You know why? They got more people that look like me where you're from, what you've been through. My job was to open your eyes. That's it. That was my job.
Like Jack Reacher out this motherfucker. Shit.
That was my job. My job that was it.
I'm living like Jack Reacher, man. For real. I blow my little gas. I don't buy no clothes. I blow my little gas and put it into digital assets. That's what I do. And just Stellar and Metallicas. That's all I buy.
Hey, sorry to interrupt y'all real quick, but I just want to say this was an amazing live, and I got to hop out of here because I got to work, but I appreciate you, Zoe. Good to see you up here, DeFi King. And everybody in the chat, man.
Hey, man, you've been there. You've been there A1 since day one. I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, man, keep preaching that knowledge, man. I'm here for it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I gotta work too, Nate. But shit, you know, I'll be up here at 1 a.m. some mornings to get up and do it again. You know what I'm saying?
I got work at 3, so I can't.
Oh, you got work at 3. I ain't gotta be there to 7.
Yeah, I'll be up early. But hey, man, thank you both. Appreciate everybody that's here, man.
Always, Nate. You know you my guys. I'll be in Columbus kicking with you soon.
Let me know when you're back up here, man. I'll make time.
All right. Take care.
I respect.
Hey, Yannick Miller. My roots come from Kenya. He said I was wondering where DeFi King is from. Senegal, Sudan. He's pretty close. Kenya.
Oh, Kenya. That's what's up, bro. I'm from Kenya too, bro.
Yeah, that's where my roots come from.
That's lit, man. What do you think about Neuralink, Starlink, WebAuth, 6G, and the relation with all of them?
Okay. You really talking? I'm gonna tell you what I think.
You know, because I've been watching a lot of Crypto Rick. You know, I know you seen the episode, the YouTube. Yeah, I know you seen that.
Yeah. No, facts. Hey, yeah, I'm on that. So I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. Bill Gates has a patent on mining crypto from your body. Off of your energy. Now, how you think that's going to happen? That comes from the jab they gave you.
The graphite oxide and nanobots.
Yeah. So those nanobots are going to be in all the people that took the jab. Unfortunately, I was one of them. I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all. Because I had to go travel with my family and go see my family in Kenya. So I had to take the jab at the time to go see them. I didn't understand what was going on, but it is what it is. So the nanobots that were in that jab, what they're going to do is every vaccine that they come out with, they're going to tell you, you need to take a shot for the flu. You need to take a tetanus shot. You need to take a this. You need to take a that. That is them pumping you full of those nanobots.
Ghost sensors.
Yeah. So once they pass the Clarity Act once they crash the market and then all that bullshit, all that happens, then they're gonna be like, they're gonna turn them nanobots on, and they're gonna tell you, you go do any kind of activity, you're gonna earn tokens. You go work out. You go watch a live stream like I'm watching Zoe right now. You go do any type of activity. That nanobot inside you is going to log that shit, and you're going to be mining crypto out of your body.
Oh, so data is the new gold. That, like you said, data is
the new oil.
Yeah.
So the data comes from you. You are the data.
So we're the product.
Anytime you do anything for free, you are the test subject. That's why they give all this AI out for free. We are training the models.
Yep.
They understood they can only do so much in a lab. They need real life people talking real shit, asking AI, what's the purpose of life? Why the fuck is Metallica's hiding shit? What's going on with Stellar? All of that is training that AI. All of that. It's shit they couldn't pay for that. They couldn't pay for it, so they give it to you for free. And then you teach, you strengthen their AI, right? So the nanobots are already inside of all of us. So Bill Gates already has a patent to mine crypto from the body. So they're going to turn violation warning.
I got to remove you, chick mate.
Hey, did you get a violation warning?
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
I got to remove y'all. Okay.
Hey, my bad.
My bad.
Who said what?
My bad, DeFi King. They want to remove.
Don't say it again, right?
Tap the screen, share it live, man. Tap the screen, share it live.
What, man, I don't even know what was said, man. I was getting into this conversation.
Yeah. Send some gifts, y'all. Gotta send some gifts. That's crazy. DeFi King, go. I hope they take my man's live, man. I hope they take his page.
And as soon as you start spitting certain facts.
Yeah. I dropped him. It made me drop him. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all for the gifts. I got it. I'm gonna end the live. I'm gonna end the live and come back.
Yeah, you better end it.